Oh my goodness, guys, we got to discuss this. I am extremely worried about something I see out here that is in regards to Bitcoin and as far as this new investor group of people, okay? We got a lot of people investing in Bitcoin in their 20s and 30s right now who have never really invested anything in their life. They have no track record of investing. They haven't really done much, and we got massive amounts of people in the Bitcoin space, in the cryptocurrency space. It's super hot right now. There's so much excitement around it. And I am rooting for Bitcoin to succeed, okay? I don't care what you think about like what I say about Bitcoin. I am rooting for Bitcoin to succeed because I do not want to see people be wiped out and not care about investing anymore because they get wiped out in Bitcoin, okay? I hope Bitcoin keeps continue higher. I hope it goes to 20,000, 30,000, 100,000. I hope it's all freaking grand. That's awesome. If this thing goes south, I see it literally ruining people's lives as far as the way they'll ever look at investments again. And I will explain this as of someone that's a veteran and an investor. I would love to explain this to you guys, okay? So, if you go and you invest in something, right? Or let's say, I live in Las Vegas, okay? So let's say you go to the casino, all right? The casino. What is the best case scenario for that casino if you're a new person going to the casino for the first time, okay? You might say, oh, it's if they win your money, okay? You go in there with $100, this is your first time gambling, the casino wants to win that $100. Absolutely not. The best case scenario for that casino is that you make money and you make a lot of money, okay? So it's that you take your $100 in there and you turn that $100 into $1,000. That is the best case scenario for the casino. You know why? And you might say, well, that doesn't make any sense. They lose $900. Why would they want to do that? They want to get you to want to come back to this casino again and again and again and again. They're going to give you an emotion. You're going to feel something through your body that's like, oh my gosh, I can make so much money doing this. It's so easy. It's so easy to make money doing it like this. If you lose your $100, your first time gambling, you're going to be like, dude, this is fucking stupid. Why am I gambling? This is stupid. There's no reason I should be doing this. Like, this is stupid. I don't want to ever gamble again. I just lost my $100. This was dumb. If you turn that 100 into 500, you turn that $100 into 1,000, you just had a phenomenal experience. And all your little human emotions are feeling great at that time, okay? So that's best case scenario. So what is going on in Bitcoin right now is you got a lot of people treating Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies, and this is a massive amount of people, like it's a casino, like this is just an easy way to make money, okay? So you stick some money in some Bitcoin, you buy some Bitcoins, right? And you buy, let's say you bought $1,000 worth of Bitcoin last year at this time, and now you've got $10,000. Holy smokers. Now you got $10,000. That's freaking awesome. And your emotions are feeling great, and you feel like you're the freaking genius of the earth, and you're the smartest person ever, and oh God, you're such a great investor, and no one's got anything on you. This is the first thing you ever really invested in, and look at how much money you're making. Or maybe you didn't get in at 1,000. Maybe you got in when it was 5,000, and now it's 10,000. So you doubled your money, and you're like, dude, I just doubled my money in a few months span. Like, I'm God, I'm the greatest. Bitcoin's going to 100,000. Oh my goodness. Okay, let's slow our roll here. Let's slow our roll. What you've got to understand is things don't always trend up always forever, and especially in that type of rate, okay? So whether you're in the stock market, right? The stock market, yes, it has corrections, yes, it has crashes, but it always goes up, right? Since Bitcoin's came out, how long has it been? 7, 8, 9 years now since Bitcoin's been out, right? Bitcoin has had some corrections here and there, but it's kept on an upward trajectory, right? Now, that doesn't mean it's going to continue on an upward trajectory forever and ever. Well, let's hope it does, okay? Let's hope it does. But let's say it doesn't, okay? For this scenario, let's say it doesn't. So let's say Bitcoin, next thing you know, it crashes. You know, it goes from where it's at 10,000 now, and it goes down to $1,000, okay? Say it goes down to 1,000, and it shows no signs of coming back anytime soon. So one, just people lost a massive amount of money. There's going to be a couple problems with this here. One is, if that price doesn't come back within a very sharp amount of time, people are going to essentially lost a lot of money. You're going to have a lot of people sell out, right? Because they're newer type investors. Newer type investors make very rash decisions and sell at very bad times usually, right? It's painful in itself, right? Because that's going to turn off a lot of investors forever. Because if this is your first thing you've ever invested in, you buy a Bitcoin at 10,000, let's say it goes down to 1,000, or even if it goes down to 5,000 or 7,000, and you don't get that money back, what are you automatically going to think for the rest of your life as far as looking at investments? You're going to think like, this is a big freaking scam. I got scammed on this thing. I went into this. It didn't work out for me. Like, poor me. Like, I don't want to invest in anything again. Like, that's how your thought philosophy will be forever, okay? But not just that. There's a much bigger problem here. There's a much bigger problem. And that has to do with you getting addicted to what is an insane percentage return, okay? When you see Bitcoin up 1,000%, how can you ever take seriously stock market investing where you might only make 10% a year, right? Which is good in the long term, but when you compare it to 1,000% in a year, it's nothing, right? How are you ever supposed to look at real estate investing and be like, oh, real estate investing is great because I make 5% a year or 8% on my money a year? You're not. Your mind is permanently screwed up at that time because you're so used to making potentially hundreds of percent of gains, thousands of percent of gains in a very short amount of time. So then whenever you look at any investment class in the future, you're not going to be able to view it properly. You're just going to be like, oh, this is just how it is. This is just what I'm supposed to do and whatnot. I'll give you an analogy that happened to me, okay? I'll give you an analogy that happened to me in real life, all right? So I will explain this here. So in probably 2014, I started messing around a little bit with what I call earnings trading, okay? So this is earnings trading, so basically meaning that I would go into a stock and trade it just for earnings, okay? And the first couple times I did this, I did it very successfully and I made a lot of money. So basically what I would do is I would stick like about $100,000 in a stock before the earnings, all right? And then the stock would go up like 10% the next day. They report good earnings, right? So it goes up 10% in a day. I make $10,000 in a day. Awesome. That's cool, right? Well, the problem is this doesn't always work out like this. And one, it's an addictive feeling because I was going from, I want to try to make 30 to 40% a year to all of a sudden I make 10% in a day. It's like, why the hell do I even care about making 30 to 40% in a year? I need to start doing this more earnings trading where I could potentially make 10% in a day, okay? So what this did is it screwed up my mind going into 2015 and I got myself into a lot of trouble because I would just do this earnings trading over and over again. But the problem was I would start chasing gains, I would start losing more and more money, I would start chasing my bets, and I was going against everything that had made me ever successful, okay? So this type of feeling is a very addictive feeling. When you get used to that quick money, you just want more and more quick money, okay? You want the easy money at that point. Let me just get into this earnings and try to make this money real quick, okay? So it screws up your philosophy and it takes a while for you to get out of that mindset. It took me almost a year to get back out of that mindset and back into my old mindset, which was like a little more conservative, still trying to do great in the grand scheme of things, but not like trying to make 10% in a day because that's very unrealistic. No one can keep up that type of pace, okay? No one, ever. So that's kind of what I'm sharing with you guys today, and it's just something that worries me, and it's another reason that I'm rooting for Bitcoin to succeed because I don't want to see an entire generation knocked out of investing, that they don't care about investing just because they might have gotten screwed in this thing, so I don't care about anything in the future. I want it to succeed because I do not want to see that happen. That's a bad thing. That's a very bad thing if that happens, and I just hope that people aren't getting addicted, and a lot of people say, oh no, I don't get addicted to that feeling, and it's like, okay, how come I get so many comments like, screw the stock market, what are you going to get, 20% a year? Oh, you can get hundreds of percent in cryptocurrencies. Yeah, that's the type of stuff I'm talking about, guys, and I see it all the time. I see it all the time. We know there's a massive amount of very young people in cryptocurrencies. I'm talking people in their 20s, 30s, who really haven't done much as far as investing yet. They've gotten this and now they think they're God, and we shall see what happens long term, but I just hope it all works out. So anyways, thank you for watching, guys, and have a great day.